Hi, welcome back to another episode in the channel. So today, I don't know what you call this in your language, Yukka, Cassava, Topiaco, Manioc, Taro, so many different names in so many different places. So essentially it's a starchy tuber that grows right the way through the tropics, including Southern America, Latin America, Africa, Asia, and today I'm going to show you how I prepare it. So the ones we get in the UK are waxed. You can see it's really shiny. So if you go abroad, they don't look so shiny. So let's just start by cutting the top off. And why this is, they're tough. Why this is quite important is because they're poisonous until they're cooked. So I'm just going to top and tail that. And as you can see, there's a little purple skin there, so we just need to peel it. So sometimes it's a little bit loose enough to peel, and other times you've got to use the knife. It looks like I'm going to be using the knife because this is particularly fresh, which is great. So just as simple as that. I mean, in England, lots of people know tapioca, but they don't know it comes from this tuber essentially. So it's got the texture of a really quite tough potato, and I must say it's a very powerful food. It's packed full of starch and goodness, and anytime I've been in countries where I've eaten this a lot, like in Brazil for example, you do feel really strong after eating it. It really sets you up. So a lot of people eat it for breakfast in Brazil, and they have it with a lot of meals. It does make you feel good. So we'll just come back after I've carefully peeled the cassava and tried not to waste too much of it. So that was a good exercise. So it's really important to make sure all the purple is off, because that's where some of the poison is stored. And when I say poison, it's not fatal, but it will give you a really bad stomach if it's not cooked properly. So about cooking, I'm going to be boiling this, I'm going to be grating some, and I'm going to be eating some just like a potato. You can put butter on. And as you'll see here, this is why they wax it. You see, it's gone discoloured and veiny. They wax it to try and prevent that. So when that happens, just cut it off. Just cut all the bad. So we've wasted a little bit there, but it's really hard to know when it's going to be really fresh. Often it was picked a couple of weeks ago, usually in South America for import into the UK. So there we have our 2 or 3 pieces of nice cassava there. So while we're on the subject, so versatile. Obviously starch crops are usually quite a staple in some regions. So this is the tapioca. It's small, and it's usually in bigger pearls for desserts and tapioca pudding, and this is tapioca flour. But anyway, so I've got enough lightly salted water there. I'm going to be boiling my cassava for 10 to 12 minutes until it's nice and soft. And you might think that was a little bit challenging, especially when it's not so cheap and you've got a little bit of a discoloration there with you know, just exposure and the age of it. So if you want to buy it from the freezer compartment in most ethnic or world food sections in the supermarket, it's readily available because it's enjoyed by so many different cultures all over the world. So we'll come back once that's boiled and take a look.